right, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to the Accudemia Monthly Session. We are so happy to see you here today. Welcome. I cannot believe it is already May. So if want to go ahead and get started, let's move on to the next slide. All right, so just a brief note about our agenda for today. As always, we will start with our Tech Talk. Nick is going to go over one of our new features, the Student Engagement Tracker. We are also going to have a Q&A session first about the feature that Nick is showing off today, and then we will also offer it up for any general academia Q&A that anybody would like to ask. And then we will have our user spotlight. This month's speaker is Mary Martinson from North Central Texas College. And as always, I do want to make sure everybody knows about our upcoming keynote webinar series. We host these webinars once a month, and it's always exciting to get to share, provide a platform to share some new ideas and strategies for student success. So this coming month's session is going to be presented by Drs. Amanda Knapp and Delana Gregg from University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and they are going to be talking about academic advocacy in the College Learning Center. As always, this session is going to be free to attend, but you do have to pre-register, so you can use that link that I just pasted in the chat, and hope to see you there. It's going to be Thursday, June 5th at 1 o'clock Eastern. And I also want to mention our upcoming Academic Center Summit. This is a live conference that we are hosting in Orlando. It is going to be both academia training as well as general breakout sessions on professional development related to learning centers. So whether you want to get some extra academia training or you just want to do some professional development, either way, we have some great sessions for you. And our keynote speaker is going to be Dr. Sandra McGuire. We are so excited to be having her. And the summit is going to be held in Orlando near our company headquarters on the grounds of the University of Central Florida. We are going to be doing a tour of their SARC, the Student Academic Resource Center. We are also going to be planning a really fun and unique excursion. We'll have lots of networking opportunities, poster session. We are still accepting proposals for breakout sessions. So if you are interested in joining us and submitting a proposal for that, we would definitely love to consider your proposal. We still have a few slots left, and presenters do get a discount for attending. So, and your session it can be about your center's use of academia, or it can just be about an idea that you'd like to present to fellow Learning Center staff. So I'm going to put the link for that in the chat as well if you'd like to click on that to learn a little bit more. All right, so now I am going to hand things over to Nick, who will be providing our Tech Talk today.
Hey everyone. This month's topic is on the Accudemia Student Engagement Tracker. So this is a new feature that we recently added. It's going to go ahead and we're going to go over these kind of questions that you may have about it, that we've seen recently from support and just different ideas. First of all, what is it? And, how does this help with seeing insights into students and what they're up to? Who can view or see this feature, whether that's like admin or tutors or what staff, and what reports and things like, can I get this information that's presented in this view? So we're going to take a look at that. So the engagement tracker is basically a board for each user in the system that you can kind of pull up and see what's happening, particularly the students, whether they're engaged in different events that you might be having, workshops, appointments, how many walk-ins and visits that they've had in the center, and really just a summary of all those different activities that we offer in the software around the campus. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this over. So the way that I would access that is going to be under campus here and student engagement tracker. So that's the most straightforward way to get there. I can go ahead and search for anybody by their first and last name or ID number. You can filter out by like active or not active. And if I'm also in the user management section, users, if I'm looking for somebody here, which I have similar kind of filters as well, I could go ahead and select one of my users. And we actually have a button right here at the bottom of their photo for their engagement tracker. So it's going to go ahead and pull this up. This is the same thing as if I would have went from here and selected them as well. And as we can see, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the board. It has a name summary with like their different roles that they have in the system. I can go ahead and click and view their full profile. So this is just like that edit screen that I was just on when I was looking at the user. So if I needed to look up any kind of demographics on that student, I could. I could go ahead and send them a quick email message here. It also provides ID and some other information here, just general information. We can also see if they've had any upcoming appointments, what their recent visits to the center were. And I can also, from all of these, have like a view all where I could go ahead and see all those either in the session logs for the recent visits or in the upcoming appointments view all section, or I could schedule an appointment directly from this board. So we have a lot of different options. Depending on the things that you have set up, you might have like asynchronous tutor options where they can review a paper online and submit that back to the student. So anything that they may be up to, these are a lot of the new features that have been added recently. So everything under campus here, you'll notice like, did they check out media recently? Might be showing that they've, had some calculators checked out. So maybe they're doing some math, tutoring and things like that. Resources, if they're reserving rooms or spaces for study groups, maybe they're part of an at-risk group and you want to see if they're coming in for certain things like that. And also for this current semester, I can go ahead and see what classes they're enrolled in. And if I need to, I could even add them to a particular class. Maybe I'm like an SI person and I need to go ahead and assign them one of my SI classes. So it's a really cool little view here in Accudemia where I can see all that. And I probably should have used a different user. Let me see. I have one that I test more often with, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that engagement tracker. Okay, so no appointments. These are upcoming appointments, so it doesn't show the past. If I want to see the past, I'd have to go here to view all. And I can see they did submit some some paper reviews, and they've actually registered for a few events here. They've checked out a laptop, it looks like. It's really cool. All right. So let's kind of move on. And basically, the idea of the uh, engagement tracker is basically just to kind of, have your staff and team have a better understanding like what the student's been up to, and it'll kind of help them feel like when they're visiting the center, they kind of belong there or whatever. So like you're in the know and know what they've been up to. So. And now, like as far as who can see this, it is reserved for admins or system users, and they have to have the managed students permission. So you do have to be careful. They can also create, edit, and delete students. So you do want to make sure whoever you give those to, that they have been handpicked by you or your team, so that whoever needs that would be able to see that. So. And then as far as like the reports, we have a similar report in there called a student usage report. And this one's actually going to show you all the visits, all the appointments, and things that they've been up to recently. So it's not directly off that page if I pull it back up. But under data analytics, reports, and if I just put in usage, it's a first one that comes up, student usage here. And then I can go ahead and select all my things like who the student is, what time period, what centers I need to track their visits and appointments and stuff like that. So that's, I think, all I got for the student engagement tracker. If anybody has any questions for me on this topic, I'll go ahead and take those. You can unmute yourself or you can type them in the chat.
So Sitlali is asking, is the student engagement tracker automatically available to view, or is that a setting that has to be turned on?
Yeah, so for any admin that already had the managed student permission, they're going to be able to see this view right out of the box when we updated it. It was, I think it was over the weekend, last weekend maybe, that this went out. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, as long as you had managed students as one of your permissions, you should be able to see this.